I'm here in Smithton, Pennsylvania at a brand new EVgo GM Energy Pilot Flying J electric vehicle charging station, and I'm getting ready to do a news Coulomb site review method review of this brand new station. So Pilot Corp has been on a bit of a building spree. They've got over 60 sites open and over 50 sites spotted under construction. Most of them have canopies like this. And as you see, this is a pull-through canopy configuration where there's stalls on either side and then 2 stalls in the middle for a total of 4 stalls. If someone pulls into the middle of the underneath the canopy, you'll actually block 2 stalls. A little bit of a problem there. But let's go ahead and get into the news Coulomb site review method review of the station and see how it scores.
Here's the vital statistics. It's the Flying J Travel Center in Smithton, Pennsylvania. The plug-share location will be linked down below in the description. There are 4 stalls that are laid out a little strangely with the 2 middle stalls being on top of each other. Regardless, there are 4 stalls, which are fed from 2 Delta 350 kilowatt dual-handled dispensers. It does have Auto Charge Plus available. The news Coulomb site review model is a 50-point scoring method in 5 categories: access, amenities, concentration, location, and speed. The location is directly off Interstate 70 in the southeast portion of the Pittsburgh metropolitan area. If people are familiar with the Pittsburgh metropolitan area, the outskirts of the city tend to become much more rural, which is the case here, and really only the inner city, which is accessed through tunnels typically, is where the heavy urbanization occurs. So this is a pretty rural area. Now let's get into the scoring, starting with access. This site got 10 points, a perfect score in access, because it has pull-through stalls, it has parking enforcement against ice, it's near the entrance, it's near the main thoroughfare. It does have point-of-sale options as the other locations in the Pilot Flying J portfolio, and it does have app charging, plug-and-charge options. And as I mentioned, because it's rural, I'm giving it a point for sufficient stalls for the size and popularity of the location. Now let's talk amenities. There at one point was an attached Denny's. However, I asked, and there's also a sign out front indicating that the Denny's is permanently closed. And we just have to take them at their word that it's not in the process of reopening under hopes that it will be, and there is no other dining option anywhere around this area, so that there's just nowhere else to sit down and eat. If you want to get something to eat, you have to deal with the convenience store options, which are a little bit better than a common convenience store because this is a truck stop and people do eat food from the truck stop. There are squeegees, trash cans, and overhead lighting. So the canopy itself has overhead lighting built into it, which is nice. And of course, the canopy itself. The location is a very large piece of property, and there is space for pets walking and to picnic, snack and drink options, as I mentioned in the convenience store. And there are some local sightseeing attractions. My wife and I had a really good time seeing the area. The downtown Pittsburgh area is not too far, and also her alma mater from undergraduate, Seton Hill University. For concentration, it does have appropriate chargers for the venue, for the route, for the region, and there are other EVGos within a short distance of this location. So it does get all those points. However, because it only has 4 stalls, it loses 4 points in this category, only getting a total of 6 points in this section. And for location, it is not more than 50 miles away from the nearest public fast charger, so it's not in an isolated charging desert, and it's not along a historic scenic route. There's just nothing I could venture in order to give it a score there. It's not. It's on Interstate 70 in southeast Pittsburgh. However, Smithton, Pennsylvania, does not have any chargers in the municipality, so it did get scores for those 2 options. And it is very close to Interstate 70. You could actually see 70 from the property. There's nothing obstructing the view of the highway and vice versa. As you're coming into the property, you can see the chargers in the canopy, and it's a really nice beacon for anyone who's looking to get a charge. Lastly, let's talk about speed. The dispensers can output 350 kilowatts, and at 400 volts, that normally means about 190 kilowatts of dispensed power. At 800 volts, normally you'll see somewhere around 360, I think, is the top charging speed. So we'll have to see if a Hummer could pull up here and actually pull that. I'm not sure. I haven't seen any plug share check-ins indicating that to be the case, but I did check in my car and I was able to get the full 100. Actually, this site I got the most charging throughput out of any charger I stopped at on my trip. I reached 188 kilowatts. However, it's not a really large site, so it's not 1 megawatt, 2 megawatt, or 4 megawatts, so it does lose 3 points there. Bringing the total points to 40 points out of 50. A low B, but still pretty good for the News Coulomb site review model.
So there you have it, a brand new electric vehicle charging station at a Flying J, sponsored by EVgo and General Motors Energy. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching.